period, these kind of structures or the architecture styles was developed more influence to the Indian architecture. And now we'll see the dome architecture. Dome architecture in medieval period was influenced by whom? Persians. During the Persians, when they came to India, they introduced the tomb architecture, tomb architecture. Then coming to the gardens. During the Mughal period, the introduction of gardens were developed. So simply constructing a fort or a palaces is not enough. In order to embrace its beautiful structure, they started designing or introducing the gardens in front of it, and this was popular during the Mughal period. And the Persian designs, this was based on Persian designs, where the garden was divided into four parts. That is, with the help of walk, there should be a walkway in and around the garden and with the flowing water. Next, the forts also one of the special features of the Mughal architecture. And during this period, the construction of walled forts in order to safeguard against any enemies or the outside attackers, the construction of walled forts were developed. So all this made Indian architecture to influences the construction of forts by adopting domes, arches, motifs, mosaics, and mihrabs and minarets. These kinds of designs into Indian architectures. Then basically, when we saw the during the Akbar's rule, a fort at Agra was inculcated or it was involved with the ornate designs were built. Like Lahore Fort included Shesh Mahal and the Naulaka Pavilion. So all those things you can see. So students, the Mughals who designed their gardens in a quadrilateral pattern were known as Char Bagh. What do we say? Char Bagh. So today's topic what we have discussed is basically in India Islamic architecture what are the main things we can see, that is domes, arches, motifs, mosaics, mihrabs and minarets, and during which period this was developed during the medieval period, and who influenced us more into Indian architecture like Persians, Mughals and the foreign invaders who originated from the Central Asia. And these kind of designs can be seen in the during the Akbar's rule in Gujarat and in Bengal regions, these kind of structures. And Lahore Fort, it included Shesh Mahal and the Naukala Pavilion. Next, we'll move on to the features of medieval architecture in short. So students, we saw so far the Indo-Islamic architecture, what and all it includes. Now we will move on to the major highlights or features of the characteristics of the medieval architecture, what it generally made up of or it includes in short. So these kind of architecture, that is Indo-Islamic architecture, they use extensively use of arches, domes, beams and balconies will be there in this kind of architecture. Then they use red sandstone in building or constructions of a fort, palaces, bricks and stone covered with a plaster as building material. Once they construct a structure or a building, they used to will cover the wall with the cement plaster. Is it in the same way they were also using the plastic as for the coverage of the building. Next, decorative. After once they construct, they used to design the decorative wall with the carvings or floral designs, and using the geometrical designs or calligraphy. Calligraphy is a beautiful handwritten designs. Next, engraving of Quranic verses on the walls. That is nothing but Quranic poems or the words or the sentences or the beliefs of the God. All those things or the messages were written on the walls. So features of medieval architecture is nothing but it generally includes designs, how the designs were there. Arches, domes, beams and balconies with gardens. Next, they used to use red sandstone, bricks or stone covered with the plaster. Then decorative carvings, floral designs, geometrical designs and calligraphy designs were included. And even they have Quranic verses on the walls, that is Quranic writings on the walls of the architectural styles which were they developed during medieval period. So basically it was the mixture of Indo and Islamic styles of architecture during the medieval period. So in today's class we learned in basically Indo-Islamic architecture what were the major construction was to taken place and what were their designs included and what are the shapes and structures they used to construct during the Indo-Islamic architecture style. So during the live session, I will be showing the pictures or the images relating to these kind of architectural styles. Then you will come to know the meaning of domes, arches, motifs, mosaic, mihrabs, and minarets. Okay. So students, please go through the video thoroughly and please complete the worksheet as on the day and update the classwork notes. Thank you.